I did my engineering and mechanical engineering in Hyderabad in CBIT. So after I completed my engineering, I worked with L&T for about 4 years before I started my MBA program with Schulich. So my program basically was like a 2-year program. 1 year was in India, the other year was in Canada, which I think is very similar to the program that you guys are offering as well, if I'm not wrong there. But after that, after I completed my graduation, I'm working with PwC as a senior consultant in their tech consulting practice. It's been about, well, a little less than 2 years now. Fortunately for me, I think I was really lucky that I kind of landed a job while I was studying. So I guess the strategy that you use during your education or your post graduation is what helps you. So a lot of my classmates during my MBA were looking for internships or part-time work opportunities during the program. Right from my third term, I started applying to full-time opportunities, and I took a term break in between my two terms in Canada, where this was basically fall. So that's when most of the recruitment happens, and I took a break then to make sure that I'm applying and focused on finding myself the role that I really am interested in. And for me, it worked out that way. But for a lot of students, they had a different strategy. They took the break, the term, to find themselves a part-time opportunity, and they eventually did end up with jobs within about 3 months of graduation. So I think that's a common trend here, that even if does take you a little while, if you don't get a job before you graduate, you should be able to get yourself a job within 3 months of graduating. Career opportunities are plenty in Canada. As I think most of you already know, that Canada is kind of allowing people to come in. They're trying to create jobs. They're trying to, you know, improve their economy by having other people come in and live in this country. The problem that I guess they had was so they have very little population here in Canada, and I think that's one of the reasons why now people are coming in. Things are, I don't know. It's a yeah, things are getting a lot better, and it's easier to find jobs. In the last 2 years that I've been working, I've seen, not considering COVID, but um, I've seen that opportunities for jobs are increasing even within my own firm. I work with PwC. I've seen that the number of hiring tickets that are currently open are a lot more now than they were, I guess, when I started in 2019. I can share my experience with the work permit. So, uh, as I mentioned before, I did 8 months in India, and then I did an 8-month program of studying in Canada, although I was here for about 12 months during those 8 months.
Okay.
So I was looking at the Canadian immigration website earlier this morning, and the rules haven't changed yet.
Okay.
So it says that for you to be eligible for a postgraduate work permit, you need to complete a minimum of 8 months of coursework in Canada. When we did apply, you're required to apply within 180 days after graduation. So the day you graduate and get your certificates and your diploma and all of that, within 180 days is when you basically apply for your postgraduate work permit. Um, so when all of us applied, I think we were given a work permit for about 3 years. But then what we've heard is that it could depend on the immigration officer. However, when even if you do get it for like 2 years or something, if you have a job, the extension of these work permits are not as hard as it would be in the US, is what I would imagine. So fortunately for me, I didn't need to renew my work permit because I got it for 3 years, and within those 3 years, I got my permanent residence as well. if you're working here for a couple of years, that is a great advantage for you, because then you wouldn't be in the same pool as everyone else applying from India, which, or anywhere in the world rather.
Mhm.
So you would qualify under, I guess, the Canadian experience class, which means that your experience in Canada, working experience in Canada, will give you additional points, which, you know, your work experience anywhere else will not. And another thing with the with studying in Canada is, again, you get some additional points for studying in a university from Canada. Cultural diversity that you're talking about is actually amazing, because um, Canada is, at least from what I've seen, is open to having people from different countries come here, work, live, and, you know, get their PRs or stay here for a longer term, which basically means that you're going to see people from different diverse backgrounds, and they're making it easy for people to come here, which means that more people are going to come in here, and you'll have diverse backgrounds even in your classroom. So I think that's something that's really good. It adds a lot of value during your coursework as well, because people from different backgrounds bring different ideas, different thoughts to the way you solve a problem together. So it does help. But for me personally, I think what I really enjoy about Canada is that we have a huge Indian community in Canada, which means that we get Indian food. I would say that, yeah, I mean, it's a great place to be. Relatively easier than other countries for you to think about having a, I don't know, long-term career, or, you know, to live here, you know, for longer than just 5 years, I guess, if that's something that you want to do.